Hello, Anitria. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Is this enough light? Why my computer seems so dark? Hello, Anitria. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Why did I have my window open? Okay, take that out of there. My screen seems so light. Seems so dark for some reason. But how you doing this evening? Come on in. Make sure you guys click the like button. I see 3 people on here so far. People will slowly come rolling in, I suppose. But yes, please make sure you guys click the like button on the way in. Thank you very kindly. I appreciate it. And if you absolutely like, feel free to share the live. Matter of fact, let me turn my phone lines on right now so I can get a jump start on this conversation that we're going to have tonight. But did you watch the Housewives reunion, Anitria? Am I saying your name right? Anitria? Yeah. Did you watch the Housewives of Atlanta reunion part 1 last night? If so, let me know what you thought about it. We will be talking about everybody that was on the Housewives last night. Let me see. Call-in number. Put in my access code. Oh, let me make sure. Is the phone number posted? Yep, phone number is posted. 605-475-4075. Honey. I'm almost all the way logged in on the phone lines. Thank you. Okay. Get my speaker turned on. Okay. All right. Hey, who else just pulled up in here? Donna. Hey, what's up, Donna? Just being real. Exactly how we supposed to do it. Keep it real. Keep it 100. At least 98% of the time. To leave a little, percentage for a little shade. A little white lie, a little fib. But how's everybody doing? Thanks for tuning in tonight. I want to go over the Housewives reunion. Please let me know how y'all feel about the reunion or any of the cast members. The phone lines are open, so if you want to call in, please feel free to call in and discuss with me your thoughts on the Housewives reunion. Part 1. So I think there's going to be 4 parts. So this is part 1. Lord, have mercy. Part 1 was really crazy. It really started off, I don't know. I can't even imagine what tone we're going to be on by part 4. But the way part 1 started off, I'm like, are there going to be any friends left for Nene by part 4? I don't know. What do y'all think about Nene? Hey, Miss Hogg. Hey, Sugar Wooger. Okay, you're going to be in and out. I just want to, I guess tonight, we're going to, since Nene always needs so much attention, we're going to focus a lot on Nene tonight because she always needs so much attention. Everything is all about Nene. Always all about Nene. Now, throughout the season, we saw, this season, the beginning, this was a very long season, by the way. But we saw how Nene and Greg, how they've been dealing with his sickness and trying to, cope with him being sick and in and out of the hospital and having this horrible disease called cancer. And yes, cancer sucks. Hashtag cancer sucks. And I still don't understand Okay, if you have somebody close to you pass away, I've said this before. If you have somebody close to you pass away who had cancer, you understand, so you can not only sympathize, but you can also empathize, if whether it's a parent, a child, a husband, wife. I mean, you can really empathize with them. So I empathize with Nene because I had parents and grandparents who died from cancer. But out of all the people that I know that have dealt with cancer, friends, family, loved ones, I have never seen nobody behave the way she behaves all the time. Like, even on the reunion show, and right before the reunion show, like on the last reunion, she's still screaming. Nobody's supporting her. Nobody cares about her. Nobody's um being there for her. And I don't know what show y'all watched, but all season long, I don't know how many times I have seen these ladies be there for her, go out of her way, make sure they sensitive to her, sensitive to their feelings, sensitive to Greg. Um, and no matter what event they're at, it all comes back to Nene. And I get it. She's trying to take care of her sick husband, Greg. I get it. I get it. But she is constantly treating everybody like they don't really care for her, or like they really haven't been trying. You know what I mean? And yeah, Miss Hall, she is a hot mess. She is a hot, buttery mess. And I love all the ladies on there. Shamari, she's rubbed off on me. In the beginning, I wasn't too fond of Shamari, when she was back with Black, the group, Black, the girl group, when she was back, singing with them and, touring and all that stuff, making music. I love that group. They had some nice songs. I really did like that group. And like a lot of groups back in the early 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, they just fall off and we never hear from them again. But that is one group that I did like. So she's kind of rubbing off. She kind of rubbed off on me. So I'm feeling Shamari now. I am. I'm really feeling Shamari now. And I guess Tanya is going to be on maybe the next episode, reunion part 2, because I don't know. I was expecting her to be on reunion part 1, but for some reason, she wasn't on reunion part 1. I don't know why, I don't know. I don't know. If y'all know, y'all let me know. Just put in the chat. Or again, if you want, you can feel free to call in. The number is listed, 605-475-4075. Access code 753359. But back to Nene. I mean, from the jump, you could just tell, like, when she walked in, before they even got to the stage, before they even got dressed, before they got their face beat and their hair slayed, she walked in with, like, this humongous mood on her shoulder, like she was angry. And I mean, we've been seeing that off and on all season long. And yes, part of it we can accumulate to her going through it with Greg and his sickness and everything, but not all of it. I'm sorry, not all of it at all. I cared for my mother till she died. I mean, bathed her, washed her, cleansed her, changed her bedding, gave her shots, her medicine for pain, all that kind of stuff. And I still was like me. I mean, of course I wasn't like super happy and jolly all the time, but I was the same person I am to my friends and family that I normally am every day. Nene was so mean this season, like, and again, I get it with Greg. I get it. You said your hubby had cancer years ago and I was his caregiver. I didn't act nothing like that, even when we were going through the emotions. She just showing who's. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, and our family, the way our family's set up, and it could be like you guys is too. Well, but I can't say it could be like you guys too. If you can, a lot of families, when somebody gets a chronic illness, and they're in hospice or can't go to work, or stuff like that, if you have the opportunity to take time off and be with them throughout that time, our family has basically been like that, where my great grandmother, my grandmother, my mother, they all had cancer, and some uncles, my grandpa, so I done been there, done that. I can wear the t-shirt, okay? But it's like, out of all the people who I help take care of and help, love on, and, feed and change and clothes and wipe the mouth and put their medicine in, all the stuff you do for a loved one who's dying of cancer, taking off of work, coming straight home from work, sleeping over next to them in their bed. I mean, I done all that. But I never, out of all the people I've never seen nobody, like you said, Miss Hogg, I've never seen nobody act like that. And I know we're not all the same. Every one of us is differently. We all react differently to pain, suffering, illness, sicknesses, all that kind of stuff. But I just don't get it. It's like she came away from this season with no friends. Like, at all. I'm like, does she have any friends left? Do you think any one of those ladies are really... I mean, she made it very clear that she really felt like Cynthia wasn't her friend, Portia wasn't her friend, Candy, Tanya, I don't know where they at right now. They started good. It went horribly wrong. Somewhere, I don't know where it turned or where the left turn came in. And then, like, towards the end, they seemed like they were really cordial around each other. Even had drinks together. So, I don't know. I'm just confused. Hi, Gotham City. Hey, what's up? How you doing? The phone lines are open tonight. Anybody want to call in about the Housewife Reunion Part 1? Please feel free to call in and we can discuss it. Let me make sure I share it on Facebook. Oh, I got all these screens open. Let me close some of these screens. I don't want to have any issues with my computer moving slow or anything like that. So I'm going to close all these screens before we go any further. I can't believe I have so many screens open. Okay. Now, let's see. Who should we start with? Or just start from the top? Candy and Eva. I'll start with them. Do y'all actually recall the scene when Candy and Eva was discussing? They was with Shamar, and they was discussing Shamia. Do y'all remember that when Eva had said they was all playing around, seemed like they was having a fun time, just having some girl time. And hey, Jason, what's up? And it was like Eva said something, and Candy took it a certain way. Like when she told her Shamia is black too, but not with a Q. Do y'all remember that? Did y'all think that she offended somebody by that, or do you think that Eva meant something bad by that? Like, Candy was trying to say that she was being colorist or colorism, or... Okay, Eva's light. She has, like, some greenish, weird color eyes. And, her husband, and kids, they're all kind of a light complexion. But Candy was trying to say that she took it as if Eva was shading Shamia because she was dark skinned. Am I the only one who got it? Like, not even now. Like, it didn't take me to the reunion to get what Eva was saying. I mean, I got it right then. Like Portia and everybody else was like, okay, they didn't take it like that. It was like, okay, she's black, but not with a Q. Like how she was explaining it to Candy on the show. She said, now she claims that she was trying to say that Shamia, being an aspiring singer or entertainer, that she was black, because they were talking about, they were already on the subject of black people and just different, tones or whatnot. And she said she's black too, but not with a Q. And I got exactly what she meant. Like, at least that's how I took it. I wasn't offended. I didn't think Shamia or anybody else should be offended. Candy was like, because I'm dark too. And I don't think Candy should have been offended either. I think Candy was overly sensitive. But if y'all feel a different type of way, as usual, please let me know or call in and we can chop it up. But no, seriously, I thought when she said black without a Q, I was like, I immediately thought of the music group Black, which Shamia, Shamori used to be in. I don't think they really sing or hook up anymore. I don't think. I know they did for that one event on the Housewives this season, but I don't know if they're like ever gonna like get together again or whatnot. But she's still from the group Black, which is BLAQ. UE, something like that. And I got what she was saying, like, okay, she thinks she's a singer, but she's really not a singer like the group Black with a Q. I don't know. I got it. I kind of got it, but I'm doing great, Jason. Thank you. Do you watch The Housewives of Atlanta? That's what we're reviewing tonight, the reunion part 1 that came on last night on Bravo. It's season 11, and reunion part 1 just came on last night. But yeah, and Candy was trying to tell her, how she was kind of offended or took it the wrong way. And I don't know. I was like, dang, am I the only one who got it? But, the other people who were there at that time, they was like, okay, we didn't really take it as her saying anything bad. But anywho, as far as Nene, I just thought she was just being really, really rude. And not just this reunion part 1, but throughout the show. Not the entire season, because some of the season she was like, she was happy and she was playful and she was joking and smiling, and then it was like, but that was only like about maybe 25% of the season, if that. If that. But I mean, a lot of people said Nene was being a bitch, just downright being a bitch, especially this reunion part 1. I thought she was really rude, aggressive, condescending. Like Miss Hall said, she was doing just way too much. That's what a lot of people say. Nene was doing way too much this season. And we have to give her like a small benefit of the doubt. And I keep saying that about Greg, because, we have to give her a small benefit of the doubt because of what they're going through and everything. But I just think I don't know, I think she could have been a little nicer throughout the season. And to me, I'm just like, if you're going to be a bitch to everybody on the season, throughout the entire season, why even be on the show? Because there was some time where Nene wasn't really on the show, some seasons back, where she wasn't really on the show. If this, what you're going through, is just too much for you to find any happiness in, like, all the things that people was going through, people's weddings, babies, baby showers, wedding parties. I mean, all kind of stuff was going on. Cynthia, finding a new man, which, by the way, do y'all think is really her man? Because he was talking about, getting married several times over the last few episodes, so I don't know. You think she might be the next one to jump the broom after Portia? I'm like, I don't know, but as far as Nene, yeah, I don't know. Maybe this just wasn't her season to be on the show. While she's dealing with all this. So I don't know. We went a season or two without her. So I mean, it was a long time ago, but I'm just saying, if you're gonna treat everybody like that and be mean and aggressive and nasty to people, maybe you just needed to back off, or maybe I don't know. I don't know. But of course, it's all about Nene. She's like she even said tonight, she is the only thing that's keeping the group together. You said those facial smirks during the reunion was too much. I mean, I wish I could do her facial smirks. I know one of them, she be curling her lip up like, I can't do it, but she be curling her lips up. And then be giving them the side eye. I was like, Nene, stop. Just stop. But you could tell that Portia was still hurt by Nene. Like, Portia was trying to play it off. I don't care now. The baby shower didn't happen. This didn't happen. The reveal party didn't happen. I don't care now. But you could tell that Portia is hurt because when Nene said, when Andy asked Portia, no, he asked Nene, did you get the baby something for the baby shower? And she was like, no. Like, no. You know how she be looking? And she be having her head leaning to the side like, and what you gonna do about it? Nene be cracking me up. But she was like, nope. And did you send her anything? Nope. She didn't buy her one gift card. She didn't send a pack of Pampers. No loves, no huggies, no no nothing. Portia was so hurt. You could see it in her eyes. And then when Andy was trying to bust Nene out, like, okay, Nene said the reason why she wasn't there was because of she was in Vancouver, Washington, filming a show or shooting for a show. And Andy was like, but hold up, the day of the reveal or the day of, Portia's event, you weren't shooting that day. And Nene was like, yes, I was. I was shooting that day. Yes, I was. I was in Vancouver, Washington. I was. I was like, okay, Nene, okay. We believe you. But was she really? I mean, Portia was trying to hold it together. She was trying to act like she didn't care, and she was like, it's over now. Candy came, and Candy sent gifts. She sent a lot of gifts. And then Portia was trying to say that she thought Nene was basically trying to do to her what she had done to Candy, but Candy and Portia's relationship is not the same as Portia and Nene's relationship. So I just can't believe, like, I thought Nene and Portia was closer than that. But then on the reunion, she's like, Portia don't support nobody. Portia don't ever support nobody. And I'm like, maybe they're referring to events that don't be on the show. Because, they don't show everything they do throughout their lives. They only show certain things on the show. So I guess Nene was trying to play tit for tat. Like, you don't support as much stuff as I do. So therefore, I'm not coming to your baby shower. I just thought they were better than that. And even, I don't get it. Like, okay, one of the viewers or the fans or whatever had wrote in, and Andy, you know how he does, he read questions from the viewers, and they were like, why, when you have issues with your friends, why don't you discuss it with them instead of putting it on social media? And she was like, because with my real friends, I do discuss stuff with them outside of social media. And I'm like, okay, so none of them are your real friends anymore? Like, none of them? I'm like, okay. You said you wanted them to show a clip of her with Mayweather. I'm just like, I don't know. I don't. This is only part one of the reunion, just part one. So I don't know about Nene or whatnot, if she was trying to use an excuse to not go to Portia's event, or if she was really just didn't want to go. It's crazy. You said co-workers. But yeah, Portia was hurt. She was real hurt. But and then she was acting so stank. Like, did you go to Portia's gender reveal? No. Nope. I didn't send anything. Nope. I didn't buy anything. Nope. 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 Didn't do it. I was like, okay. But I thought this was, if she had went to any event of Portia's, and even if it doesn't weigh equally out. I mean, when it comes to friends, you can't always equally support each other, because we're all grown, we all have lives, we have children, we have husbands, boyfriends, girlfriends, work, all kind of things, that we got to juggle around. So you can't always, you go, I go, you go, I go, I'm here, you there, I'm here, you there. You can't always equally support. But as long as you're, making an effort to be as supportive as your friend is, if you have a supportive friend, I think that's what matters. You shouldn't be like playing tit for tat. Like, you didn't go here when we was here. We didn't go here when we was here. I mean, I don't know. I thought Nene was being really petty and really childish on this episode. I really do. I really do. And I could be, reading her wrong. But again, if y'all believe otherwise, let me know. Put it in the chat or call in and let me know how you feel about this whole season. Like, not just the reunion, this whole season. And then Eva, she done told her several times throughout this episode that this season, that everything is not about you. Like, for some reason, everything always has to be about Nene. Like, when she was telling Andy, she said something like, I'm the glue, or I'm something that, keeps the show. She, not just keep the ladies together or whatnot, but like keep the show on air. I know the show, when it first came on, it was based around Nene, her life, her endeavors, and other housewives, that some of them was acquaintances, some of them was friends. So yeah, it did start off that way, but we're in season 11 now. We're in season 11 now, and I wouldn't quite say she is totally what keeps the show together. I can't say that. You said narcissism at its best. Is that what you're saying, Ms. Hall? Because I'm still trying to learn about all these narcs and stuff. I hear people calling people, like, especially YouTube commentators, calling other commentators narcissists. And I know kind of what a narcissist is, and how everything is usually like always about them, or they like to be the center of attention, or I don't know a whole lot about it. But Sweet Ma, that's who you need to ask if you need to know what narcissism is all about. Sweet Ma for Life will let you know exactly the rundown, and let you know if you give a description of somebody, if they are narc. But yeah, Sweet Ma, I like her channel. But hold on. Ever since I went walking earlier, my throat has been extremely dry, because I was walking and talking. And when you walking and talking with somebody you walking with, and you be breathing in the air and talking at the same time, I swear I felt like I had sand in my throat by the time I left the park. I was in the car drinking my whole jug of water, like, trying to. But yeah, so you say, yep, sweet mom, she'll let you know. And I think the ladies, what they trying to tell her in a roundabout way without hurting her feelings or without diminishing the fact that we all know that Greg is sick. But they trying to let her know several times throughout the season that is not all about you all the time. And I think with the ladies, they were ultimately getting a little tired of getting beat down every time they tried to be there for her and tried to be compassionate about Greg's illness. And all season long, I thought, for the most part, everybody was being very supportive. But, like Eva said, at her wedding party, when they were in Japan or wherever they was, or at her wedding, or for Portia's baby shower or reveal, which she didn't attend, it just seemed like she couldn't find any happiness in other people's joy at all. And what looked like happiness sometimes looked like a facade. Like she was just pretending to be happy or elated or, have any type of joy in other people's happiness. So I really get where the ladies are coming from on that note. But again, I also, had to take care of a loved one who died of cancer. So I also get, how frustrating it can be, how tiresome, how painful it can be to see somebody go through something like that. So I understand both sides of the spectrum. But as far as Portia, speaking of Portia, she was showing off her ring, bling bling. That thing was sitting up like a newborn baby on her finger. And Andy was like, "Now, how much was that ring?" And I was hoping Portia didn't say, because you already know, no matter what amount, it's bad I gotta say this, but no matter what amount Portia would have said that ring cost, somebody would have said, "Really? He paid?" It was either gonna be he paid that much for that, or is that all he could afford? It was gonna go one way. So I'm glad Portia didn't say how much it cost, even though Andy was like, I heard it cost $750K, and she was like, "Well, if that's what you heard, it might be true." You said her way or no way. Nobody got time for that. Exactly. 13 carats. I thought that ring was fabulous. Just like Portia. Portia, oh my God. She looked so beautiful. I mean, of course, she already had her baby by now. But in that dress, I thought Portia looked so beautiful. With her big old belly. It was just sticking all out there. I mean, she just looked glowing, like you could tell Portia is happy. I don't know when the last time we saw Portia that happy, especially with a man. And I'm really happy for her. Like, I'm truly happy for Portia. She got the baby that she always wanted. She got the man of her dreams. That she claims this is the man of her dreams. And if that's what she claims, I'm going to believe it for the meantime. But, I'm really happy for her and Dennis. And I wish her and him and the baby well. And it was like, every time Andy was talking about Portia and everything that she got going on for her, Nene just kept giving a cold shoulder. I'm like, why is you still dragging it out? Okay, you didn't go to the gender reveal party. She was playing tit for tat with Portia as far as, who's the most supportive. If she ain't happy for them, I'm happy for them. And I think I had heard that they had already gotten married, but I'm not sure. So if y'all know some more details on that tea, let me know. But it was said that they probably was already married or had got married since the end of the season. But even if they didn't, if that's who she plans to marry, and if they're still going through with it, Portia deserves a lot of happiness. She deserves to be happy. She's been through a lot, especially when she was with that Cordell. I would never forget that when she first came on the show, and she was with Cordell, the ex football player, and he was, oh my God, I was like, at that time, I'm like, how old is this girl? Like, just turned 18 or something, because the way she was, like, he say jump, she jump. How high, sir? How high? It was like that kind of relationship, that they had. But yeah, motherhood will change her. Her life will never be the same. She does look genuinely happy. She does. She really, really does. And that's why it's kind of like hard to understand how Nene can't be more happy for her, especially when I thought them two were on such a good level, or a good, I don't know. They just seemed like they were real cool. They were just better than that. So I don't know. But anywho, I wish them the very best. And her baby, I'm sure y'all done seen her little baby. Her little girl. She is so cute. And Portia has said she was going to name her after her. Her name was going to be PJ. Well, regardless if she named her after her or named her something else, her initials still was going to be PJ. And I was like, okay, that'll be cute. She was like, if she looks exactly like her, she was going to name her Portia. And I guess if she didn't, I mean, I ain't really compared her features to Portia or compared her features to her dad. I ain't really been all up on the photo like that. But anyway, I guess the baby looked more like him, because she said if he looks like him, I'm not going to name her Portia Jr. So she named her Pilar Jenna. I think that's how you say it. Pilar, it's like Pilar, and then the next word is Jhena. Pilar Jenna or Henna or something like that. It's different. It's gonna grow on me. But I do like the nickname PJ. That's gonna be real cute, calling her PJ when she gets a little older. But she is gorgeous. I just think she is gorgeous. So beautiful. And I follow Portia on IG. So, I'll be getting my little notifications, and when her face pops up in the screen with Portia, I'll be like, oh, I just want to kiss all over her. She is adorable. So yeah, I'm glad they're happy. I'm glad she had a healthy, birth and all that kind of stuff. But as far as what was I about to say? Oh, Candy. 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 Now, her and Todd have been discussing what they were going to do with their other eggs, or embryo, whatever you call them. Are they eggs? The egg. She has 2 left, and they didn't want to get rid of them because it could be. And I understand. Them could be 2 babies or 1 baby. If the egg actually, does what it's supposed to do. It could be 1 baby, and they don't want to feel like they throwing away no kids. I mean, it's not quite I don't know. A lot of people consider abortion as, it's really not that bad if you're only a few weeks along, or if you're, but a fetus is a fetus, and so I get where they're coming from, but it was so funny when Andy asked Portia. He was like, Portia, now that you're about to be a mother and you're soon to be a wife, do you think that Candy could be a good person that you get some advice from as far as motherhood, marriage, relationships, things like that? And Portia was like, well, the only negative thing I ever heard was, from her daughter. I know y'all cannot forget how Riley was shading Candy on the show. And she was basically telling her mom, why are y'all having more kids? Y'all shouldn't even have the first kid. And it wasn't that she doesn't love her little brother that they have, little Ace. But Riley I think Riley was being pretty darn honest. And I don't think she was trumping it up for the show or anything like that. I mean, we see how busy Candy is. We see how busy Todd is. I will never forget when they were at that awards and she was being acknowledged and she was taking a photo shoot or being interviewed or whatever, and Todd handed the baby off to Don Juan, which is Candy's assistant. Don had the baby was crying and stuff and screaming, and he handed the baby to Don Juan, and Don Juan was up there looking around for Todd like some time later, like, where's Todd? Where's Todd? What am I supposed to do with this baby? Candy was up there, getting an award and stuff, and Todd, he was at the bar turning up. I will never forget that. I'm like, hold up, how y'all gonna get a baby to the assistant so you can go drink? So you can go drink. Like, shouldn't you be the one with the baby while your wife is up there getting an award? But I mean, just other things that Riley had mentioned too. She was like, you know what? You're never here. You're either on the road, you're touring. She was touring with Escape and working on her dungeon. And I mean, they're opening up different shop. How many restaurants she got now? Like 2 or 3 restaurants. So, Candy does a lot. And then she says she's working on her new album. So I understand where her daughter Riley was coming from, and I thought it was funny and hilarious when she said what she said about, I don't think y'all should be having any more. You shouldn't have had the first one. But Candy, she claims, this time it's going to be a little different. I guess she's going to try to not have her schedule so tight to where she can't be home a lot more, at least to satisfy Riley. Because Riley, the way she was coming off during the season was like, she's okay, you know how some parents, and I grew up like this too, some parents, we couldn't afford, well, not we, I'm gonna say my parents, before me, they couldn't afford like daycare, or they just didn't, like leaving kids with anybody, or didn't trust anybody. So the oldest sibling in my household was me. And I used to always have to babysit, and I hated that. I mean, not that I didn't love my little brothers, but I wanted to be out playing with my friends and spend the night over people's house. No, you can't spend the night. No, you can't go over. Nope, you got to watch your brothers. Nope, I'm like, dang, these are not my children. These are not my children. So I get where Riley's coming from, but the way she made it seem was like, and I don't know this to be true, this is what Riley made it seem like she was always with Ace. And Riley, she's a grown woman now. She's in college, I believe, so it's not like she was still in high school or junior high or something. Now she's older, but still she was making it kind of seem like she was, spending more time with her little brother than her mom was spending time with her. With him. So I hope, this time around, whether she has one baby or 2, and word on the street is she is prego. Word on the street is she is prego. I don't know if she's far enough to know yet, because from what I saw on the blogs was she's not quite 2 months yet. And in real time, this reunion happened a while back. So y'all already know that. They record ahead of time and they show it to us later. So ain't no telling how far exactly Candy is, but I did hear that she is prego. So, but they said that she didn't want to publicly reveal it or anything like that, because I guess, and not like she's prego. I'm sorry. She's not prego, but the surrogate or whoever, because they had decided to use a surrogate. And Todd wasn't quite sure as far as if he wanted to do the surrogate route. I get it. Like Candy was saying to Andy, because Andy didn't quite understand what Todd was, what he was trying to say. Like, that ain't me. That ain't how I grew up. That ain't, And she's right. Like, how many black people in the hood growing up had a surrogate? If anything, they was popping out babies left and right. I mean, every summer it was a new baby because they shacking up all winter. So by the time July, August comes around, it's a new baby in the camp every year. Well, maybe I'm dragging it out a little bit. You said Riley needs to go off to college. Yeah, she needs to live her life. Like, I don't know. I didn't quite do that with my sons growing up. Like, make make him babysit like all the time. Like, and see, but then again, I used to go out. I can't remember the last time I went out. Like, just to kick it with the girls or whatnot. I'm trying to think. It's been a minute. Probably about, I don't know, probably 6-8 months. Since I went out like to a bar, not talking about like restaurant for drinks or anything like that, but I mean like kicking it at a bar where there's dancing and all that kind of stuff. DJs and all that. So I used to go out more when I was younger, but it still was like on the weekend. So it wasn't like all through the week. Like, I ain't gonna say no names, but I know some folks who used to go out every night, and try to find a babysitter every night so they can go out every night. That was not me. That was not me. So, but still, I get what Riley's saying because I was that kid that always had to babysit. So again, when they have their baby, and the baby comes, or, two babies, because I'm not sure if they had one or two babies because it was 2 eggs left. But, we'll find all that out sooner or later, once she gets further along. But that's if she even reveals it to us. But anyway, I was just like, everybody has a lot going on. That's what I was getting at. Everybody had a lot going on this season. And on top of everything that they had going on in their own lives, they still was trying to be there for Nene. I mean, checking on her, calling her, having dinner with her, drinks, inviting her on trips, just trying to be supportive, and I think they could only be as supportive as she was allowing them, because every time you turn around, it's, y'all ain't there, y'all ain't there, y'all. I just need y'all to be supportive. I just need y'all to love on me, And, I always give her the benefit of a doubt as far as Greg, but I think she was just doing too much all season long. And the reunion last night, I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You just gonna sit there and look like a stank face all night? Like, okay. I don't know. And where the heck was Marlo? Like, Marlo and Tanya. What? I don't know what are they like saving them to the last reunion or the last 2 reunions? I don't know. I really don't know. But anywho, Portia, when she started getting into it with Nene, when they started like arguing and going, back and forth, when Nene was trying to play tit for tat, Portia really, started to get excited, and she started to, like, trying to go off, like, getting angry. And thank God, Eva was, like, right there, like, simmer down. You pregnant, Portia. Do not be getting your body ramped up like that because you have a baby inside of you, and you getting all... She was, like, big as a house. She was big as a house. And I'm not saying that in a condescending way like what Nene said. Did y'all hear her call her a blimp? Y'all see my thumbnail. It said, Portia saying, did she just call me a blimp, Andy? And I don't even know if Portia heard it, but Cynthia did. Did y'all see Cynthia's eyes? She was like, her eyes got so big when she heard Nene call Portia a blimp. I was like, if that isn't mean, like, that's like one of the meanest things you can say to a pregnant woman. You look like a blimp. But it wasn't like in a fun, shady way. It was like, you so big over there, you blimp. I was like, oh my God. It is hard. I don't know how people can do it in real life. I don't. I have never had a friend like that. I don't think I've ever met anyone like her before. She is definitely one of a kind. Nene is definitely one of a kind child. But yeah, Eva was able to calm down, Portia, calm down, simmer down. Just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. But then, as far as Eva, like Eva, she was still thinking up until the reunion. She was still thinking, like all season long when she was shading people, all season long when she was shading people, she really got the nerves to sit there and was like, first of all, my shade ain't like they shade. They shade is Housewives of Atlanta shade. My shade is not Housewife of Atlanta shade. I don't think my shade was that bad. I was like, are you serious? The way you shaded Cynthia about her and her modeling career and how she's old and calling her, the mother of the house and, all that kind of stuff. I'm like, are you serious? You thought you weren't being shady. But anyway, she finally, acknowledged, okay, maybe I was being, a little shady or whatnot. And then as far as like, the girl, you said she's too oh yes, she's draining too much energy to be her friend. And even though she been shady, that girl shadier than a tree. She talking about, I don't have a shady bone in my body. Girl, bye. Bye, Felicia. But then, like, as far as the girl, Yvonne, Andy was like, are you still going to sit here and say that you do not remember Yvonne even after meeting her on the Housewives? You still trying to say you don't remember her from Clark, where they went to school? And she was like, no, I don't remember her. First time I met her or remember meeting her, was when, at Nene's, or when Nene showed her to her, introduced her to her, whatever. And I'm gonna give her as well the benefit of the doubt. She claims that she was unfamiliar with Yvonne, but everybody else was like, she was really, really popular, like really popular back then. And Portia even was like, okay, this cracked me up because Andy was like, does anybody got any receipts? Can I see any receipts about this girl? Was she really popular or was she not? And Portia was even like, well, people been coming to tell me that she's really popular. A lot of people been telling me that she was really popular, way popular than Eva. And so I'm gonna give a bit of, Miss Hall, hey Jaja, how you doing? I'm gonna give, like you said, Miss Hall, I'm gonna give Eva the benefit of the doubt that she might be really telling the truth because, like she said, back in college she was known as Gail. So, I mean, her name now is Yovana, something like that. And if she knew her as Gail, or if her name was Gail back in high school, maybe Eva didn't put two to two together. I don't know. But if she changed her name from Gail, maybe she didn't really like her name and, wanted a better name. Children do that when they grow up. They don't like the name their parents gave them, so they change their name to something else. But still, if she's as popular as people are saying, I don't know. I would think that Eva probably ran across her. But then again, you're talking college. We're not talking high school. We're not talking junior high. We're not talking grade school. We're talking college. And most colleges are bigger than high schools and junior highs put together. So it would kind of make sense if this chick was really popular that Eva still didn't run into her. Because why would you just pretend like you don't know someone unless there's something about her or that person that you don't want to get out? Or maybe about you that you don't want to get out. Right. She wasn't even. Yeah, they probably didn't run in the same circles. Like Eva, she looks all like bougie and stuff like that. Maybe Giovanna, aka Gail, um, and not Oprah's friend, but aka Gail. Maybe she was popular, but in her YouTube has different sectors. In certain sectors, everybody knows almost everybody. In another sector, I'm like, I ain't never seen this person before. Let me see what he talking about. So college and high school, junior high, whatever, school, period. There's like all these sectors. And it could be somebody really popular. Like, okay, my high school, um, it was like a melting pot. We had every nationality you can probably think of at our high school, from Hawaiian to Japanese, Chinese, African, black, white, Puerto Rican. I mean, it was a melting pot, a lot of people migrated here, during the 70s and the 80s, the 90s earlier, a lot of different races and nationalities. Indian, I mean, we had everything. And not just like one of this, one of that. It was like a lot of Mexicans, a lot of Indians, Africans. I mean, it was a lot of us. And so just imagine somebody in the Spanish sector of the high school being really, really popular. But I'm over in the black sector of the high school, and I don't know them. He might have been one best dressed or whatever, senior year, and I'm like, who that? I don't know him. But anyway, y'all know what I'm saying. Eva, I think I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt because that chick, she said, used a different name in college, and they could have just been walking different paths. I don't know. But she knows her now. She definitely knows her now. So, but yeah, again, she's finally also owning up to all her shade. Like all the shade. But then the girls, they was like, Eva shade, even Cynthia, when they were discussing, the shade that she threw at Cynthia about her modeling career, she was like, oh, I wasn't even... Come on. It's like the ladies are so carefree. I swear, it seems like everybody on the show is just so happy and peaceful and just doing, okay. And it seemed like I'm just glad she didn't drain the rest of them. I really hope the best for her and Greg. Also, I know she was saying something during the season. They're thinking about breaking up. Yeah. Eva been I can't even say the word now. Bougie. Eva been bougie forever. So yeah, that's why I'm thinking they probably didn't cross paths. I mean, I don't know, but as far as like, what was I saying? Oh my God. Yeah, everybody. Okay. As far as Greg and Nene, I know they had discussed, separation, him in a different room, moving on, divorcing. I really hope they don't get divorced. I mean, because they really, really, really love each other, and sicknesses and stuff like that can put a damper on your relationship. It can try you and try you and try you and try to break you. Chronic sicknesses can do that. And I'm glad that they're still, like, she decided, to stick it in there with him. But one thing about it, y'all, I still have yet to see them do any counseling. Like, did I miss that? All the stuff that Nene was going through and the way that she was, reacting to other people's happiness, like not reacting, or the way she was always going off and cussing people out, from Tanya to everybody else, dismissing everybody's happiness, people getting married, having babies, all kind of stuff, and she can't seem to find happiness in nothing because she's too miserable and too wrapped up with herself. And like I said, I give her the benefit of a doubt for some of her behavior because of Greg's sickness, but not all of that behavior that she was displaying all season long. She cannot get a pass on all of that. Okay, I'm not giving her a pass. I'm not. Y'all might want to give her a pass. I'm not giving her a pass. So as far as like Nene and Greg, again, I hope that everything works out. I pray that they get every lick of cancer, every mini micro fiber of cancer out of Greg, and that he's totally healed with God's help, especially, working through him and the medicine and the doctors and all that. But I did not see them getting any, like, besides the support from their family and their friends, unless Nene didn't want it to be known and didn't film, from a counselor or a family counselor, relationship counselor, pastor. Does she even go to church? Do they go to church? Do any of them people in there go to church? I don't know. Not like you. Hey, I go to church as much as I can, so I'm not throwing shade if you don't go to church. But, I mean, a counselor, therapist, something. You said she need y'all. Girl, can you see Nene on Iyanla? Like, I can see her tearing that house up. I can see her tearing that house up as soon as Iyanla. Listen, you will not. I can see her now, like, going off like, Nene. This is not the set of the Housewives of Atlanta, Nene. You not in my house. Y'all be like, not in my house. It's not going down. I didn't realize my camera was so high up. My bad. I show a little bosoms. But I didn't. But I Nene on Iyanla. You know what? I would love to see that. I'll be right in front of the TV with my popcorn, having a little something in my cup. Like, show out now, Nene. Show out now, Nene. Show out with Iyanla. That would be that show. The ratings would be off the chart. But shoot, she just had Leandria on there. That show wouldn't be nothing compared to Leandria or any of the shows she didn't have this season. Well, maybe besides Raised by Monsters. That episode, part 1 and 2. Whew. That episode. Ooh, I don't know if y'all watch Iyanla, but yeah. Raised by Monsters. But anyway. Excuse me. Yes, Miss Hall, that would be a great episode. And they would probably have to have parts 1, 2, 3. They need a whole season for Nene. But yeah, I'm like, I don't, like I said, they could be getting some counseling outside of the show, but I can't tell. And, a lot of people is like, okay, too many people being hard on Nene. Too many people being too hard on Nene. Like I said again and again and again. I know a lot of people. I mean, cancer is like out of all the people I know in my area, in my sector of the United States, everybody that I know that's passed has been from cancer in and outside of my family. Cancer or lupus or leukemia or, things like that. And the behavior, I know we all different and we all react differently from pain and sicknesses and illness, and I know we do. That's why a lot of people don't want to be too harsh on Nene. A lot of people is like really pulling back. Like they be wanting to go in like, Nene, come on now, you a straight clowning. You don't need to be acting like that. Go sat your butt down somewhere. Because you're doing too much. Okay? A lot of people just want to go in on Nene, but they keep giving her like passes because of her and Greg's situation. But I think Nene was dragging it out, and like a lot of people said, just trying to make it all about her. This whole season all about her, without even like she didn't even give her chance. She didn't give herself this is how I felt. She didn't give herself the chance to even try to be happy for others this season. Like she didn't try. Like every time something good happened to somebody else, she would immediately just turn it, like spin it to where everybody is just around her, like covering her, like shelter, just like, okay, I get you sad, I get you, you know, you're worried about your husband and all that, but you need your friends, and you just can't treat everybody ugly, because in the end, there's not going to be anybody there for you at all. Period. So I don't know. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. But so don't take it as I don't like Nene, because I really do like Nene. Ever since the beginning, I thought Nene was like the top shader on the show, and I loved when she used to throw a little shade, you know. But when it's a little shade, it's a thin line sometimes between shade and just being outright mean, you know. And I just think she is really mean this season, really, really mean. And I felt so bad when she was going in on Tanya all those times. I was like, Tanya, you need to grow a backbone, because my name may be spelled like Tanya. It's Tanya, but it might be spelled like Tanya. But could nobody, Nene or anybody else, be talking to me and disrespecting me like she was? Shoot. You talking about tit for tat. Tanya was taking it. Tanya was taking it. She sure was taking it. But I would have been giving it just as well as she was. Mm-hmm. Sure do. And one thing about it is, like people always say, when people come at you and they talking about you or they being mean to you, you cannot tell them how far they can go in response. And my response don't be too well when I'm into it with somebody. And I don't get into it with somebody really ever, because I grew up. I grew up years ago, and some things are just not as important as they probably would have been when I was younger, as far as things to have an altercation about, or, you know, because back in the day, your girl was a fighter. I'm from the streets, hung in the streets, ran the streets, breathed the streets. But then I had children. And that's when I saw the light. I saw the light. Like, the streets is not the business. The streets is not the business. Not anymore. Not once you start having children and stuff. At least for some people, you know, the streets is not the business once you start having kids. But yeah, different things back in the day is like, okay, you say one thing, it's on and popping. No words. No talking. No words. But I'm grown now, and I'm mature, and I'm a responsible parent. So, you know, we can't always fight every time you get into somebody. Sometimes you gotta pick your battles, and sometimes you gotta walk away. And regardless if they think you're a punk or not, sometimes it's best to just walk away. But as far as Nene, I really hope that her and the ladies come to some kind of truce. This is just reunion part 1, so we still got several episodes left as far as these reunions for the Housewives. And I just really hope that they come to a truce, and that they can, I don't know, somehow keep some kind of friendship alive between all of them. So I don't know. But oh yeah, Portia. On April 28th, Sunday, April 28th, y'all know Portia's having a new show, a reality show, and it's called what is it called? Portia's Having a Baby. It's a reality show, of course, on Bravo. It comes on April 28th. Hey, Demetria, how you doing? How you doing? We just been discussing the Housewives of Atlanta for like an hour now. How long we been over here? Oh my God, we've been on here like an hour and 15 minutes. But yeah, Portia, she's got a show that's coming on. Um, it's called Portia's Having a Baby. April 28th is going to be on Bravo. So I'm looking forward to seeing that, and I'm just so happy for Portia. Like, so many of the other ladies have found, happiness throughout these years. And, times aren't always happy, but I think Portia, she, her and Cynthia, I want to say Cynthia too. Cynthia deserves to be happy too. And from what just on the outside looking in, at first I was kind of skeptical of her and her dude's relationship, which a lot of people was. A lot of people was like, okay, is this real this time? Is this some fake relationship just to keep a storyline on the show? Because besides Cynthia's daughter going off to college, if it wasn't for this guy, she really didn't have no storyline, on the show. So, I don't know. As Nene said, Portia 3 commercial. She's so mean. Nene, I'm serious. I love Nene. It might sound like I'm going in on Nene with this reunion, but you would just have to have been following me from the very beginning on the Housewives. I love Nene. I love Portia. I love all of them. Candy, everybody. I really do. But still, I'm sorry I can't keep giving Nene all these passes every time she want to go off and flip out on somebody. So, anywho, I hope everybody works out their differences, before the end of the last reunion show. So, but anyway, I'm done with my little overview. I think I talked about everything that I wanted to talk about. One last thing. Andy, or was it Andy or was it somebody else who had asked Nene, who was it? I don't know if it was Andy or if it was a viewer, because he was reading questions from the viewers as well. And matter of fact, let me see here. Hold on, I want to make sure. Let's see. Okay. Remember when Nene had put on social media, she had made a post on her IG, and it has said, have you ever had a close friend that was setting you up for the kill? The gag is, you know it though. They, however, wants everybody to think they are nice, pretty, and supportive, but really they are insecure, not that pretty, not talented, and certainly not nice. Their day is coming. So on the reunion show, they have brought that subject up. And remember when they were saying, Nene has said something to the effect of, my real friends, I wouldn't go on social media to discuss a beef or something like that. I would just go to my real friends and I would discuss it in person and we would figure it out in person. So did we find out like who she was referring to? Because Cynthia was like, well, I know it wasn't me because I am happy and I'm not, she was like, I'm not ugly. I think I look good. Especially for her age. And yes, she does. Cynthia looks damn good for her age. And Cynthia's like, and I'm supportive. So, I don't know. And then it's like, Portia, she's not ugly. I think she shows enough support to not be called unsupportive. Um, and I think she's happy, and I think Portia's nice. Portia, I think out of all the people on the show, I think Portia is probably the nicest on the show. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. And that's what I thought. I thought she was talking to Cynthia. And all because, I know it had to be all because of her inviting Kenya, to the event. What was it? Her new liquor line. She's getting a liquor in her name, or something like that. An alcohol beverage with like 1% of alcohol. So I probably won't be buying it. I don't know. If it ever comes to my neck of the woods, I'll try it out. But they was trying to act like at the event, they was like, it don't have no alcohol in here. It got like 1%, or I mean, it wasn't that low, but it basically hardly no alcohol content in it. But she was like, upset because she had, invited her there, and then Candy kind of busted her out, at the event, like, you asked for her, Kenya's here, So I think that's who it was. Yeah, Seagram's Peach. I was like, I'm going to try it out. If it comes to our neck of the woods, I'm going to try it out. And we in the Midwest, so sometimes things don't get to us in a timely fashion as they do in the more popular, bigger cities. But, yeah, so I will try it out. But, yeah, I think she was, and she was like, you know what? If it was my real friend, I wouldn't have put it on social media. But then catch this. Remember when she was talking about her husband on social media? She had posted, is it normal for a person, like him or with cancer, whatever, to be so mean? Somebody with cancer to be so mean. Now, she can vent. She can vent on social media about her husband, who she loves, who she's been with for years, who she married twice. She married him twice. She can vent on IG about her husband and his illness and him being mean and all this whoop-de-whoop. But then you turn around and say you would never do that to your real friends on social media. Do that make sense? Do that make sense? Like, your husband should be more important than any of your friends or real friends or fake friends or acquaintances or associates or co-workers. Your husband should be way above all those people. So if you can shade your husband on social media and vent on social media about your husband, why are we supposed to believe that you wouldn't do that to a friend or, somebody who ain't even a friend? Or, I'm like, I didn't get that. Like, I got this hair in my doggone eye. Like she said, she wouldn't do that with her real friends. I'm sorry. I think husband, wife is more important than real friends. So I think if you do that to your husband, I think you'll do that to your real friends. But then again, she was like, she was trying to make it seem like she don't have any friends anymore anyway. So I don't know. Nene is so, hypocritical. I'm like, she be all over the place. I'm like, say what you mean and mean what you say, Nene. Shoot. For somebody who always talking about she don't talk behind nobody back and she always, keep it 100 and all that kind of stuff. Keep it a buck. But I'm not falling for it. I think she was talking about Cynthia too. And I think she was referring to the fact that she invited Kenya to the event. But then again, it's like, I done said this before. When you have two friends who fell out and they don't get along with each other, and you still have to, like, instead of picking sides, you just try to be friends with both of them. It's kind of hard having equally friendships on both sides, because let's say one of the friends always likes to go out and likes to throw parties and like to have events, Of course, you'll probably spend more time with that person versus the other friend over here who don't hardly do nothing besides sit in the house and complain about stuff. You might not see them as much. But anyway, I really do hope. I really do hope. I like all these ladies. I really do. And I hope they all can work it out. And I mean, I hope by the end of this reunion part 3 or 4, that one of these relationships will still be intact. And I think all the other ladies, like, okay, one last thing, and I swear I'm gonna wrap it up. One thing I just remembered. Remember how Nene was arguing with Eva, and Eva was like, everybody on this stage has been cordial with each other except for you. And Nene was like, what did she say? She said something to effect of every reunion, or the reunion shows, everybody's supposed to be like in their own corner or something. And I'm like, no, that's not every reunion. I mean, some reunions, it usually be maybe one of them and another one who's really, really beefing, and they like off to their own set, they own side, sitting far away from each other. But usually it's like 2 or 3 are cool, and y'all on one couch and they on one couch. But this time it's like she's like alone. She's like totally alone, and everybody else is kikiing and laughing and reminiscing and having a jolly old time with Andy. And Nene's just sitting there like she don't even want to be there. Like she don't even want to be there. And I can't do her face that well, but she be giving you these looks like, okay, I'm here. I don't really want to be here. And she have her eyes all up in her head. Like, them eyes gonna get stuck, girl. Quit playing. Debbie Downer. Yeah, exactly. But y'all, the next one comes on next week, and we're definitely going to discuss it. What came on tonight? Married to Medicine LA came on last night as well. So let's see, tomorrow's Tuesday, so I guess I'll go over that tomorrow evening. And what else? I think I'm missing a show. I'll figure it out. I think I'm missing. No, I did Atlanta. I did Love and Hip Hop. And I did Black Ink. So if I'm missing a show, I'll figure it out. But tomorrow, for sure, I'm going to come at you guys with Married to Medicine LA. So that seemed like it was a really good show. I didn't get to watch all of it. I just caught bits and pieces of it because these YouTube streets has been hot, y'all. I mean, from Phi Babe to Sean Bradley, VS, Tracy, who else? Oh God, it's so many. Nay Rob, oh my God, it's like these streets has been hot. These YouTube streets has been hot. So I've been watching all kind of mess go down on YouTube lately. So it's lucky. I mean, that it's a wonder that I'm able to watch my own actual shows on TV and be able to review them, because I'm telling you, the streets on YouTube has been hot like fire. Like, yes, they have been hot and messy, and I'm like, dang, I'm up here eating my popcorn, watching. Who gonna shave somebody's neck? Who's gonna, go off on somebody's neck? But friendships is just breaking up all over YouTube. They say you can't really have a friendship on YouTube with anybody. I'm gonna have to just keep believing that you can. Because I have seen people on YouTube have real friendships. So, it's not like I'm out here, like, looking for a friend. Hey, I need a friend. You need a friend. I need a friend, But, you know what I mean. Some of us get attached to each other. are either our personalities, or, we have similar YouTube channel content, or, stuff like that. So I just hate it. I just hate it sometimes when people fall out on YouTube. I'm like, can we all get along? But I know that's impossible because there's way too many personalities on YouTube, especially in certain sectors. It's just, whew. But anyway, I'm about to get out of here. You said ZT. Oh yeah, I forgot about them. Heidi, Fly, and ZT. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about them. Shoot, and ZT, he be going live. I always miss his lives because he goes live like early in the morning when I'm still asleep. Like Fi Baby, I miss her lives a lot too because she be going early, and I gotta go back and try to rewatch and all this kind of stuff. But yeah, so anyway, the YouTube streets is on fire, y'all. So be careful. But anyway, I will catch you guys tomorrow evening with a review of Married to Medicine LA. And you guys, I hope you have a wonderful Monday evening. And as usual, in the meantime and in between time, stay safe, be blessed, and I'm out. Deuces. Toodles, Miss Hog. Good night.